As I was rolling the log off, the bobcat tilted forward, came off the rear wheels. My hand came out of the bobcat, and this part of the bobcat kissed the side of the dump truck and crushed off all these fingers. Exactly right there. It just looked like I put my hand in a meat grinder because it smushed.
Cheryl, new stitch. Scissors, please.
Clark was rushed to the hospital, where surgeons struggled to rebuild his hand.
The middle finger had the worst injury by far. It was really just hanging off by one tendon, and it was sort of twisted on itself. And we had to do quite a bit of surgery to get that finger to live.
So we've done the gross dissection around.
The next day, Clark's middle finger was not doing well.
It was turning black, and they said that it was dying, so they were going to take it off.
Too much blood was coming into his finger, but not getting out. The veins that normally carry the blood away were too badly damaged.
If there's blood going into the finger, but there's no blood coming out of the finger, pressure builds up, and the tissues can't tolerate that. If you were to leave that state and not do anything to relieve that pressure, relieve that tension, relieve that outflow, the finger would die.
It didn't look like more surgery would fix the problem. So even though doctors usually want to stop bleeding after an operation, in this case, it was just the opposite.
So your next option is to use leeches.
I was actually kind of like, cool. You know, I was like, you know, whatever works. I don't want to lose anything, you know, so if it's going to work, let's do it.
Leeches were brought in to feed on his finger and suck out the extra blood.
Every time my heart beat, it was like the leech was sucking with the beat of my heart. And it was like a pump. It was like bump, 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 bump.
As the leech sucks, it releases that powerful blood thinner into the finger, which prevents clotting.
The leech is interesting. It injects a blood thinner called hirudin into the soft tissues around that area. So when the leech gets full and falls off, the finger continues to bleed. That buys you time, that process.
With a few days of leeching, the finger can naturally grow new veins and resume healthy blood circulation.
It was almost instant. You could tell that it was working because the swelling was going down, the open wounds were actually healing, and I could actually feel a pulse in my finger, and the blackness started going away. And like the part of my finger that was dying started coming back to life.
When you're in a situation where you've already done everything that you can technically do, and then you're still having problems, actually the leeches are very valuable and incredibly valuable.
Thomas Clark's leech therapy worked. Though he hasn't gained full function of his hand, his fingers were all saved.